Child abuse is becoming far too prevalent in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's according to the National Commission on Crime Prevention, the NCCP. And the organization says it is committed to ending abuse against children. A week of activities on child abuse awareness culminated yesterday with a march and rally in Kingstown. Head of the NCCP, Nicola Evans, speaking at the rally, says it's time to say no and to put a stop to child abuse. She says abuse in any form is ugly.
We were able to launch a hotline with partnership of Lime, and that hotline is called Vinci Voice. Soon there will be flyers all through this nation with the number, and I am hoping that both parents and children, let us say the total family, would feel comfortable to be able to call that hotline when things do go wrong. And we know they do go wrong.
Evans reminded the gathering that the children are the future and adults must protect them in order to avoid suffering in the long run.
We have Calypsonian grantee Hyper Constance, who sang that when the family breaks down, naturally it affects all of society. Child abuse in any form, abuse is too negative for us to not attack it. And so as a crime fighting measure, we start first with highlighting, and of course you're going to hear more from us.
The farmers training workshop underway here to strengthen the agriculture sector and improve cultivation is being praised by Minister with Responsibility for Cooperatives, Frederick Stevenson. Speaking at the opening of the training workshop this week, Stevenson noted that the workshop is a clear manifestation of the importance attached to the ongoing empowerment of rural organizations and communities.
And as the Minister with Responsibility for Cooperatives, I'm happy to be part of this training exercise for you, the agriculture and producer cooperatives, from as far as Fancy in the northeast to Stubbs in the southeast. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines continues to be committed to the growth and development of all cooperative movements in the state. We recognize the importance of the cooperative in national development and as such continue to promote cooperatives as a mechanism for poverty reduction, food security, job creation and social transformation of rural communities. And you heard Chief Lee mention that the Taiwanese Technical Mission in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have received from the Ministry of Agriculture a project document to further strengthen the cooperative movement. And it is our hope that the Ministry of Agriculture and the Cooperative Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization will continue to work together to push the movement forward.
The appointment of Queen's Counsels is for the judiciary and not for the politician. That's the view shared by Bertram Commijon QC, making his presentation at the admission of Stanley Johns QC to the inner bar. Commijon says he believes that the discussion of choosing QCs should be left up to the judiciary.
And I wish that the system introduced by Sir Rawlins before he left is somehow modified to remove from the equation the $10,000 that is required as a deposit. That has been a deterrent to so many people who would like to apply for silk.
In the meantime, Commijon noted that he hopes the quality of persons entering the bar remains at a high standard.
There's no rancor, no quarreling, no hiding of papers, no anything of the sort that one finds in the practice so often. We were open with each other and we had a very good outcome on both sides. That, my lord, is the characteristic of people who should be at the bar. Today, the bar is flooded with so many people of so many diverse backgrounds and characters that one finds it difficult sometimes to understand the behavior of some of our colleagues. But I will not tarry on that this morning.
Minister of Transport and Works Julian Francis has made it clear that he does not support a bus stop or any picking up of passengers by omnibuses outside the gates of the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Speaking at an event on Friday, Senator Francis said the area outside the hospital should be used to drop off or pick up the sick, and he does not support the idea of it to be used as a bus stop for omnibuses.
The hospital gate is for picking up and dropping off sick people. Why do you want a bus shed, a bus stop there for regular passengers? Then everybody will be congregating at the hospital. I do agree with it. As Minister Walks, I do agree with it. Put a bus, you have a bus terminal. Leeward bus terminal is less than 3 minutes away, 5 minutes away walking. Now, if you continue to do that everywhere, especially in front of the hospital on afternoons, and persons do the same thing on the leeward side like they're doing on the windward side, there'll be a mass of people in front of the hospital gate every afternoon. I'm saying if the bus shed is to be considered, put it around by Daddy's shop. Not in front of the main entrance to the hospital, so that if there is a sick patient, the sick patient can exit by Daddy's shop rather than at the front there where the clinic is. It's too dangerous and inconvenient to the sick people to have healthy people standing up and blocking up the hospital gate every afternoon.
The 2014 SVG Gospel Festival will officially climax tomorrow at the Victoria Park. Patrons will witness performances in song, dance and drama from some of the most outstanding artists coming out of the zonal showcases held last weekend. Also making appearances will be Gabrielle Gurley, Kingdom Ambassadors, the Overland Baptist Church Dancers, HHC Group, the AFM Dancers and others. Special guests for that evening include Called Out, Alive, Destiny and Vincentian recording artist based in the BVI, Warren Oliver. Evangelist and gospel singer Marvia Providence out of Canada will be the featured artist. The 2014 SVG Gospel Festival, now into its 12th year, is being celebrated under the theme Experiencing the Power of God.